It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Can you feel it now? Raise that peace flag up high. Raise it up to the sky. Yeah. Raise that peace flag up high. Bloodshed balling. Switching at the station is the same thing, yo. I'm realizing love we need today. Love we need, I pray. Love is all we need, but hate is all we breathe. Hear the mothers cry. Please just tell me why. Why there's so much crime? Hearts are hurting, children suffering. Do you ever stop and wonder when it's gonna rain? Do you ever stop and say, "Let we all be friends"? Old days children up in these streets. People hear me. Now they gotta be careful who they meet. I'm realizing love we need today. Love we need, I pray. Love is all we need, but hate is all we breathe. Hear the mothers cry. Please just tell me why. Why there's so much crime? Hearts are hurting, children suffering. Do you ever stop and wonder when it's gonna rain? Do you ever stop and say, "Let we all be friends"? Hear the mothers cry. Please just tell me why. Why there's so much crime? Hearts are hurting, children suffering. Do you ever stop and wonder when it's gonna rain? Do you ever stop and say, "Let we all be friends"? Can you hear the children crying? Hope is all they pray. Put an end to all the suffering. Put on them guns today. Reunite the world. Put on them guns today. Reunite the world with only love, I say. Can you hear the children crying? Hope is all they pray. Put an end to all the suffering. Put on them guns today. Reunite the world. Put on them guns today. Reunite the world with only love, I say. Only love, I say.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Hump Day, which is Wednesday. And behind
Hey,
us,
what is it?
Hump Day. Oh, God help us. Help us all. Behind us on the
Can we
screen.
record that of you doing that?
All right, you want to do the show?
Yes.
Okay. Behind us on the screen, we are paying our respects to the Queen. Long live the Queen. She gets buried on Monday. And she's in London today. And it's been raining cats and dogs.
It's raining here too. Apparently.
You remember that saying, cats and dogs, right? And they still are lining up the streets for this lady. So we hung a little tribute to her on the show. For those of you that are watching, welcome all of you, New York, New Jersey, Frankie, Midtown, Trader Joe's. Got to say that, otherwise they turn us off.
WGHT, New York and New Jersey, 98.3 and 1500. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you.
Normally we have our afternoon tea, and as we pay tribute to the Queen and her legacy of grace and everything that she has done, not only for the countries that she reigns, but worldwide,
All over.
all over.
That's a legacy.
amazing.
That is what a legacy
Talk
looks
about
like.
grace.
Remember when we did, last month she was she was moving around. She was very vibrant.
Tuesday, she was shaking hands with,
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And I didn't know that the bear, she did that thing with the bear, all the
did
commercials.
you see that
all
with
the
Paddington,
spots.
how cute that was?
Isn't that funny? All the spots are coming out. It goes to show you, all you need is a niche. We got some chocolate in the house. All you need is a niche to make it work. And nobody forgets a niche. Nobody. Carvel Ice Cream. Soul Train, Thursday night. I invite you guys. Come on down. First 10 people get a free bag of our delicious Brooklyn Cafe coffee.
Really?
That's right. And I'm going to hand it out personally.
That means you're going to be here personally.
Personally. and if you come down and you dress up in 70s clothing, I'll have a surprise gift for you.
Ooh,
How's that?
nice.
Because I want to bring this thing back. I want to bring it to life. It's fourth quarter. In football, they go like this. It is time to elevate your game. Even if you're in New York, give us a call. What's the number?
888-565, oh, that's radio station, 888-994-4995, Studio A.
Studio A. Give us a holler.
888-994-4995, Studio A. So instead of tea and crumpets for afternoon, we're going to go a little cafe style, internet cafe style, and have some coffee and chocolate.
What was
for
it?
a midday.
What was it you called it?
Tea and crumpets?
No, women.
Oh,
What's it called?
real women eat chocolate. Hashtag Katie. Josh, for you. Real women eat chocolate. I'm excited. We've got
Josh, for you. Josh is a guy.
this is for Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
Real women eat chocolate. I get to start. Can you imagine? Well, I kind of do this anyway. Every morning with my coffee, I have a cookie that's like pre-breakfast. So I'm thinking that
People are calling you and telling you to eat chocolate.
I know real women do eat chocolate, Angel. So I'll have to call you back. We've got Shearer's chocolate. So before breakfast with my coffee, I always have to have something. And I wake up every morning and I go, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have willpower. And that lasts about the 30 seconds from my bedroom to the coffee pot until I can find something to eat. But imagine starting every morning with a piece of chocolate like this. This is
Let
a
me
white
ask you a question.
chocolate
Let me
peanut
ask
butter
you a
cup.
question.
Yeah.
You have to eat chocolate properly. First
Did
of
you
all,
see
how can
that?
you break that in half? That's a one swallow and done. What are you doing?
You eat peanut butter?
Of course.
Here, try that. So I
You-
can
do you
share
want me
it
to
with
break
you
it?
without biting into it.
You didn't do this right.
I broke it. That is delicious.
Here, let me give you the top because you didn't do it right.
Why? Where your chocolate meets my peanut butter? This is a white chocolate. You can't
Here.
decide which hand I'm getting?
I don't
Are
know.
you watching this?
You don't know how to
I
cut
gave
things
you
in half.
half.
No, you did not. Look, there's a whole bottom there.
Real women eat chocolate.
You eat that.
All right.
All right.
Period. How do you like that? With
I
the
got
tea.
peanut butter stuck to the roof of my mouth.
That's real peanut butter.
Oh my God.
Wow. Do you have a favorite chocolate between white, dark, milk?
All of it.
I used to love white, but then I became a big fan of dark the older I got, because apparently it's healthier. Right, so chocolate and wine, I think that makes a great evening snack.
It's
White
perfect
chocolate and
pairing.
coffee for the morning. I think we can pair our chocolate with the time of day.
That's true. A lot of people do. I have some Japanese guests that come and they eat dark chocolate shells with their coffee or whatever, their tea every morning.
We've got Laura Heinzman joining us of Shearer's Chocolate. And I have to tell you that you must have good marketing, because we had never heard of you. And next thing I knew, as Katie would say, bam, there you are. And I thought, what a great name, because one of our producers has the same last name. It's spelled apparently a little differently.
Yeah, slightly.
But I thought the universe must have sent you to my social media so I could find you.
And you never know, there could be a connection from way back and somebody just changed a letter in the name or something too.
Well, welcome
She
to our
said they were
show.
from Germany and the original owners were from Germany.
Now, how long has the chocolate been around?
They opened, this store opened in 1980, actually in the same shopping center that we're in now. And it was Joseph and Leslie Shearer that opened it up. and then they moved it. So it's been open since 1980. They just moved it around a couple of times.
Has this been in a department store, like somewhere like a Walmart?
No,
Never?
nope,
I
not
could
that I'm
swear
aware
I've
of.
ran into this chocolate.
Not in a. I mean, I have a florist in Boynton, the Blossom Shop. They sell our chocolates in their store, and use them with their, promotions and stuff. But no, for the most part, it's just in our shop.
Nothing says get out of the doghouse better than flowers and chocolate.
Oh my God, yes.
I agree.
OMG flowers and this chocolate. You get away with just chocolate. You can make a chocolate rainbow.
But here's the interesting thing. We do a lot of women empowerment, women-owned business, always focusing on women. And I thank you, Freddie, for always, and all the guys that deal with all the things we do. So you bringing chocolate is a big treat for them. It kind of brings us all together.
Yeah,
and you were not in the chocolate business your whole life.
I was not. I
You
was
decided-
originally an office manager and bookkeeper. And I opened up my own bookkeeping business, which I still do on the side, partially. But I've shopped at this store since my children were little when I found it. And I've been buying their chocolate ever since. And when the previous owner, Maury Lukowitz, was ready to retire, I told him to talk to me first before he sold to anybody else.
Oh my gosh.
So you bought the whole line,
I bought everything,
the whole
yes.
store.
the whole store.
Yep. Got all the recipes, the original recipes from when Schur's opened it. Since then, I've made changes. I've added some recipes. But for the most part, I've kept all the basic original recipes as well.
So you have a store of chocolate? Is that what you're
Yes.
talking
And they
about?
make it.
Wait
So
a
it's
minute,
not
hold
that
on,
they
hold on
import
a
it.
second, hold on. Why haven't we been there?
That'll be field.
That's my
field trip,
question.
Josh?
Josh, field trip time. We gotta go. We gotta go.
And then we can go to the beach. Brooklyn Beach Day,
Yeah, that would be great.
chocolate, and the beach.
You go to the beach. I'm staying in the chocolate store.
I know you won't leave.
The chocolate factory comes. It's in Boynton.
Yes, right on Ocean Avenue, 640 East Ocean Avenue in the Ocean Plaza, which is if you're coming like from Federal Highway heading east to go over the bridge, we're right on the right-hand side before you cross the bridge.
I gotta tell you, if you're watching us today anywhere, you can order from New York. You can order your chocolates as well,
Anywhere.
right?
Yeah.
If you wake up with a piece of chocolate, if you're married or dating somebody, whoever you're dating, you will never get divorced. I make a prediction.
Is there anyone that does not like chocolate?
I actually, believe it or not, I do have a few people that come in and say they don't like chocolate, mostly men, but they still buy it because their wives or their girlfriends love chocolate.
And I was gonna say,
so
then why
they're
come?
smart men.
As opposed to those men that aren't. smart.
Men are lying to you. Every man loves chocolate. He may like it in the bathroom when nobody can see him, but every man loves the chocolate.
Maybe, I don't know, but I've had people tell me that they don't eat chocolate at all. They don't like it.
Let's talk about what you brought here. You brought a whole variety. That white chocolate peanut butter cup was delicious.
It
I
is.
did bring a variety. They're all hand dipped. All our chocolates are hand dipped. I do the majority of the chocolate. I do have some help, some assistance with people making some of the truffle recipes and the cream recipes, etc. But for the most part, I do it all. My mother, who is 84 years old, does most of the packaging for everything, and she runs the front of the store. She waits on the customers.
Oh, we have to meet her.
All right, tell me
Yeah,
what
she's
a
a trip.
truffle is versus a regular piece of chocolate.
A truffle has a chocolate center. It starts with a chocolate base, melted, and you add different flavors to it to create a certain whatever you're looking for. Like, for example, I have a blackberry truffle in here, and so the center is a milk chocolate base, and it has blackberry flavorings and stuff added to it. You roll it, and then you dip it in the chocolate later. Yeah.
Is the truffle the same thing when they do truffle food, like French fry? Is it a truffle oil that you add to it?
No.
No, it's just
just
called
called a truffle. I guess it's been called that forever.
For
It's usually
chocolates.
like a ganache center for the, like ours are not real liquidy. Some make them a little more liquidy. Some companies make the center truffle, a more soft liquidy thing, but ours is just soft, kind of creamy texture.
Which is your favorite You'll only pick one favorite of everything you do.
My favorite piece of chocolate in our store is our dark chocolate caramels with sea salt.
Oh,
And I
man,
don't know
that's
if I have any in here because my mother packed this, and she does not like to pack the sea salt in with other items, so because it gets to the other chocolate. So usually people who buy the sea salt caramels buy a box of them.
Sea salt caramels are amazing.
Dark chocolate is good for the heart.
It's good for the soul.
Oh, chocolate
There's
is
so
good for
many
the soul.
That's why
taglines
it's
for
good
you
for the
right
heart, I
here.
think.
How many great taglines for marketing is she having, right? Chocolate is good for the heart and soul. Real women eat chocolate. I mean, it is. Imagine pairing her with Domani Motor Cars, right? Woman-owned exotic cars. And then when you buy the car, you lease your car. In that is a box of exotic hand-dipped chocolates.
What about
every
that
car.
dark chocolate, the sea stuff with
Men, I think, like the sea salt caramel.
the sea salt caramel with the liqueur from Lost Harbor?
Oh, you could pair that with
Oh
the
my goodness
with the
gracious!
caramel,
Watch out now.
with the vodka caramel
Of
infused.
course, you can make a whole restaurant
Oh, that would be good.
of this.
Believe it or not, chocolate pairs very well with a lot of beers as well. So if you're like a connoisseur of drinking beer, many of our chocolates just
What
taste
about wines?
phenomenal with it. Yeah, wine, of course. It
I
always
have a guy
goes with
coming
wine.
in here that he does frequency wines. Well, we've had him on the show before. Wait till he finds out what secrets
Yeah,
we
we've
have
done a
over
few
here.
wine tastings with our chocolate, wine and beer tastings, and it's turned out really nice. Everybody really likes it a lot.
And how long have you owned the company?
April 7th was 5 years, so I'm going on 6 years now.
And right in the middle of a pandemic, you're getting going on this company,
It was tough.
but you stayed with it.
Yeah. Well, chocolate's a comfort food, and it's one that people can buy during the pandemic safely. So they could come and just order what they wanted, pull up, we would deliver it to them in their car, and they could go home and they were, comfortable. So
Can you imagine? Wait, I got to go make a chocolate run. I'll be right back, honey.
No.
We're under quarantine. I need my chocolate.
Let me ask you a question. You have a candy store.
yes.
Okay. In New York, when you were growing up, did you have a candy store nearby?
Not like New York now.
New York, I had Shirley's on the corner, candy store. And there's this smell when you walk in.
Everybody says it when they walk in our door.
I mean, I used to go in there just to sit down and eat a piece of chocolate like this for about an hour. I didn't want to leave. And it just bringing back all these memories. We got to go.
But you got to love the story. Tell the story about your kids in this chocolate store.
Well, I found the chocolate shop because my kids were in the Boynton Beach parade. They were dancers all through high school, some into college. And so they were on a float in the parade, and after the parade we were walking around just looking at stuff in this, downtown Boynton. And we found the chocolate shop, and I tasted it, and I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, I've never had chocolate like this. It's fantastic. And so I've shopped there ever since. And now my kids are angry at me sometimes because now that I own the shop, I'm not shipping them as much chocolate as they would like. But they've grown up on it, and now their children. My son has 2 little boys, and now they're growing up on it. My grandson calls
imagine?
me.
Everyone wants to go to grandma's. I want to go to grandma's for chocolate. That is like the quintessential grandma moment,
I want to go to grandma's store.
right?
Visit her at the store.
Unfortunately, they're moving to Boston now. They live in D.C. at the moment, but they're moving to Boston. But he'll FaceTime me if I'm at the shop making
You'll
chocolate.
ship it though, right?
I'm sorry?
You'll ship
Oh,
anywhere?
yeah, always.
Anyway, so
yeah.
New York, if you're
I
listening.
ship it to them all the time. He just ordered a couple of chocolate lollipops from me.
So if New Jersey is listening, how do they order? What's the website or something that they can
You
order?
can go to sureschocolate.com or call us directly, which, now with cell phones, it's not a long distance call anymore. So if you call us directly, we can take whatever order you would like and ship it out to you. We normally
your
only
phone
ship
number?
on Tuesdays and Wednesdays because of the heat, because I don't want the chocolate to sit over the weekend in a post office or something, but we ship all year long.
What's
Phone
your phone
number.
number?
It's 561-649-4412.
Has any of our crew tried it? No, would
They're
you
all
like some?
hanging. They're
All right, Katie, you got to go sit over there.
Come on, Katie.
Yeah, just walk. Okay, you can go that way.
We're gonna
Katie
see.
is our sweet tooth.
Alana, come find a piece. I need a
They're all
taste
going to want to come
testers
out here.
because we had the,
So,
we can take
do
turns.
you want to take a break?
Let's
or
take
you
a
wanna
commercial break. When
Let's
we
take a
come
break
back,
so
they're
they
all
can
going
all
to try
come out?
some chocolate, and then we're going to talk to Elizabeth as well, talking about marketing.
I want to see how Elizabeth would market chocolate.
Give us a call at 888-994-4995 Studio A, and we will be right
Right
back.
Planning for the future should not be painful and needs to be discussed. From health, family, finances, allow qualified professionals to aid in your planning. Luhu Advisors have been serving South Florida for over 30 years. A licensed real estate broker, insurance agent, assisted living administrator, and certified senior advisor, Paul Solomon is the most qualified and well-rounded advisor for any task. Specializing in real estate, long-term care, life insurance and annuities, Social Security, government benefits, and senior housing. Luhu Advisors. Let us help you. Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Hi, I'm Dawn Clifford, owner and founder of Clifford Insurance Advisors. Established in November of 1999, we focus on mainly health, life, disability, Medicare, and long-term care insurance. Specifically for people aging into Medicare or the self-employed or even employee benefits for small business owners. We can be reached by phone number at 561-880-0391 or by email info@cliffordinsuranceadvisors.com. Visit our website at www.cliffordinsuranceadvisors.com and even visit Facebook, Clifford Insurance Advisors.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Welcome to Movies of Del Rey, a family-run movie theater that has been serving the Del Rey and Boca community for over 30 years. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Movies of Del Rey offers great admission prices, low concession prices, and quality customer service. Movies of Delray provides the quality of the big box theaters without the price tag. Movies of Delray provides new Hollywood content as well as new indie and independent movies. It truly is a hidden gem. Whether you're hosting a private event, party, or fundraiser, or are looking for your next date night activity, Movies of Delray is the perfect choice. Come on down to Movies of Delray, located at 7421 West Atlantic Ave in Delray Beach, or visit us online at moviesofdelray.com.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I'm going to stop playing this music, Josh. Ever since we've been playing this, we're losing. Thank you. And welcome back.
Welcome back, New York, New Jersey. Wow.
You want to call? You want to put it?
$5 chocolate bucks. I feel like I'm Willy Wonka here.
Willy Wonka.
Wow. We always want, I used to call you Willy Wonka because you used to make everyone's dreams come true. You know, like Willy Wonka, but now we've got
What are
Willy
you
Wonka,
drinking?
the Chocolate Factory, and I got a golden ticket right here for $5. So give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A, and we will get you $5 off of this delicious Schurz chocolate.
And I'm going to, hold on, I'm going to double it up. If you call now, you get that, and you get 2 tickets to the Movies of Delray or the Movies of
Lake Worth.
Lake Worth.
Very nice.
They give you 2 tickets. You could get some chocolate and take your sweetheart to the movies. Give us a call. What's the number?
888-994-4995, Studio A. I have to tell you, I think you just found the magic cure to get people to engage in what you want them to engage in.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, people can walk in our store sometimes and they're not in such a great mood, but by the time they walk out, it totally changes their personality.
I don't think I've ever seen our crew come out here so fast. They were out here before I think the commercial started to play. I need to get a rundown on what everybody ate. But we also have Elizabeth joining us of Oasis Consulting Group. You had the pleasure of having some of Shira's chocolate.
That I did. It was
Get you close to your mic.
That I did. It was great, actually. I had the truffle, milk chocolate truffle. I
The mousse
believe.
truffle.
Mousse truffle. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. It was nice and smooth. It kind of melted in your mouth, but didn't leave your hands all sticky and chocolatey. So it was actually pretty good. And I got to have it for free.
You know how I met Elizabeth?
How?
It's not
You
on
said
Facebook.
hello?
No, it's on Alignable, right?
That we did. Yes, we did. I do a lot of marketing on Alignable, so that's how we met.
I always wondered about that site because I know you joined it and we get
We
emails all the
interviewed
time.
the owner
We did?
up at the Heart of Delray. This is going back a few years.
Wow.
I joined. You are the first person, no, you're the second person who's come on the show from Alignable. And I was eager to try, not only that, but what she does also, you had mentioned. So it all sort of tied in together. And I was eager to bring her on to see if I could get her to come on, because a lot of people on Alignable, they talk, but they don't show up. And this is the best way to tell people what you do.
Well, I do a lot of marketing, business consultant work, virtual assistants, social media, and event planning for small to mid-sized businesses. I also handle bigger businesses as well, but mainly a lot of my clients are small to mid-sized, and I also handle startups.
And how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it for over a decade, actually. I know I look young, but I've been doing it for a very long time. That's kind of how I paid for college and, how I got my portfolio built up, my resume built up. I worked corporate for a few years, and then in corporate, I did a lot of office manager work as well as assistant to the business owners. So being the assistant to them, I dealt with a lot of marketing. And then it also kind of helped with my degrees. I have 2 in marketing and 1 in computer tech services. So it just kind of helped me do it all.
Has marketing changed
I was just going to go there.
over the past few years?
Actually, it has, to be honest. First of all, marketing depends on the industry. Some industries, old school marketing techniques still work, are still completely valid. However, nowadays, pretty much every company has to go into digital. They have to have some form of an online presence because clients, new customers, new clients, new whatever, they're going to use that to kind of validate you nowadays. Even though everybody has one, the point is you need to have one because it's going to validate your company. So a lot of it's changed in the terms of businesses now need websites. They need to make sure they have websites. It's actually going more towards blogs too. Businesses are starting to realize that they need to actually have blogs as well. And even social media. You may not think you need a social media account, but you do. Whether it turns into actual business or not isn't really the point. It's all about credibility. It's also a free way to do your SEO. So if you have your own social media, the more you post, the more you'll come up in Google's algorithms, that type of thing. So it kind of helps with your SEO as well.
Now, I want to ask, people always ask me about ROI and target marketing. And I think that's changed because what you see here in front of you, let's take chocolate because she's here, that markets everybody. I don't care how old or how young you are, that doesn't have a target market, it just needs presence, correct?
It does. Honestly, you should always have a target market, mainly because it helps you focus where your marketing campaign is going to go, where your social media is going to go, where your how you want to be found. So ideally, basically anybody, for instance, let's do chocolate. Ideally, you would have 2 different types of marketing campaigns. You would have one where you're actually out there finding leads and contacting, for instance, you said chocolate pairs great with beer. So breweries would be a great place for you to start to talk to and get your chocolate in there, give a sample, maybe offer to do one of their tastings, add the chocolate in with the tasting, and then, come up with your own special boxes that are specifically for the breweries or the tasting or even wineries. Then you do the other type of marketing, which is where you have your website. So ideally, if people are looking for great gift for Valentine's Day, that's where you would make a blog where you could list top 10 gifts for Valentine's Day. One of them would be chocolate, and it would just so happen to lead right back to your website, your contact us page. But you would list other stuff. And then that's also how you help with affiliate marketing, which goes into it as well. So a lot of times people need to have a comprehensive marketing campaign. And where some companies mess up a little bit is they're only focusing on one type, and realistically you kind of want to do all of the types and make sure you're looking into all the different things.
You see, one of the things that we do is that we bring in people to do their own shows, do their own thing, because nobody knows chocolate better than you. You know what goes in it, you know what goes out of it, you know what people like. I mean, you are the best taste tester there is because you've done it longer than everybody. It's like I used to say, the best is who you are. What we have to do is enhance it so people can get close to what you do.
Well, remember we had the donut company that we worked with for a long time.
Fantastic
right?
donuts.
And we would do our networking during our shows. So some shows, when we have a lot of people here, then you have the donuts, and then this person had the donut company do this, and this person had the donut company do that. Is that considered old school marketing, face-to-face versus
skin to skin? Yeah.
The new way of digital?
Actually, yeah, that would be considered more old school. Now, how you could turn it into digital is you could do a QR code. and you could do a live party. So you could also live stream the event as well and have the different people on your guys' feed, and then you could have the other companies live stream as well from their feeds too. So it's more followers. So that's how you can take it into a digital as well. But that would be considered more old school. It's networking, which is obviously something you should always do, hence why I'm on here too. So, you always want to keep the networking and things like that, but to take it into new and the digital age would be, like I said, have a QR code or make it like an online party or something exclusive for your Facebook group where all of your members get to be in it, and maybe you have everybody that's a part of there offer 5% discount or a 10% discount or something like that from anybody that orders from that actual party.
And tell me about a blog. That's the second time this week we've heard blog.
We've had one since 2017.
Blogging is great because it helps with SEO free of charge. I mean, if you have somebody writing your content, obviously you're paying them, but you're not paying for the actual SEO, all of that. So it's free of charge, and then it helps you come up in searches. So for instance, like the chocolate company, if somebody's looking for great gifts to give to a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend, or I just started dating this person, what kind of gift should I give? If you write a blog post and you use certain keywords, you'll come up in those searches.
And where do you put the blog post?
It would go on your website, which is also the perfect point. Like, you would have a blog off your website, make sure it's right in your menu so it's easily found, and then that also drives people to your website, because ideally you would have a lot of good content. So people would be reading your blogs, and then they want to know, hey, who is this company? Who are these people? And then they would go from there. They'll go to your homepage, and then they'll go to the About Us, and ideally they'll go to the Contact Us and fill out your form.
We actually have something called Cafe Press,
Okay.
which is a digital magazine that we put out once a month, once every 2 months. It all depends, because it's a lot of work, a lot of hands-on. Normally she takes it and rechanges it. I mean, it's a great piece of information, and we send it out on text. What I want to change is how it's delivered, how people can see it.
Definitely. You want to take it to, because people are going to view it on their phone, and less likely text message. Actually, it would be a good idea to maybe release it on your blog as well. So, you could create a blog post with the actual magazine. Either you could imprint all the different pages directly in there as images or as a link so they could download it. But that would be a good idea too, especially since consistency is always key when you're blogging. So if this is something that you guys release monthly or even bi-monthly or whatever, that's an extra post. And then you could take that into social media as well. So you could do one post advertising, hey guys, we released our magazine today, check out our top feature story, with a link. And then you can do another post a couple of days later. Hey, check out, we just put in our magazine that we released last week this, and we featured this company. And then you make sure other people share it as well. So, anybody that you may have featured in the magazine, make sure they get that feature and they share it on their social media, because then you're hitting everybody else as well. And then you may even want to do a referral. So for the people that you have on here, we're all business owners. We know plenty of people that own businesses that would love this kind of platform. So you let them know, hey, listen, we're more than willing to interview local or, whatever. Please let us know, give us 5 people or, 3 people, or if you know anybody that would love this platform, please let them know, because not for nothing, I actually know somebody that I would love to recommend to you guys. Skincare company, great company, local, everything, that I think she would love this platform. And then that's how you build it more.
You see, when we were at iHeart, how long were we there? 3 years at the iHeart Studios? I asked iHeart for a microphone. It was called the Freddie mic. It was an extra microphone that they brought in. And we put a challenge out for a year. 2 years?
Yeah, year and a half for sure.
We said, if you have a business and you want to come to the iHeart Radio, now we had the cameras in there going. You want to come on the show free of charge and tell us about your business, like what you're doing right now. You believe nobody took advantage of it?
Yes, I can. Business owners, not a lot of people like to be in the front of it. Think about it. Do you know who owns AT&T? Like, who actually literally owns it?
That's a good point.
Not everybody wants to be in the front. So, one, you want to ask people that are already here, because they'll know people that wouldn't mind it. 2, if you offer something for it. Like, Ideally, yeah, of course, being on iHeartRadio is an awesome opportunity and everything, and not have to pay for it. It's great, but they're not going to see the value of it because all they're going to see is them being on radio, people hearing their voice, and oh my God, what if my voice sucks?
But don't they have a
and
business
all of
that they want to sell?
They do, but if they're already making money accordingly, you know, it's cost analysis, ROI, like we talked about, return on investment, for them to psych themselves up and come on and do all of that. They don't know what the questions are going to be. It's another thing. You could make the process easier and, you know, offer like, okay, so here are the questions we're going to ask, or here's kind of the flow. You send a couple of samples of the video so that they see how the flow kind of goes. You guys do some, I see you guys have your crew here kind of taking tape, so you do some behind the scenes work, release some behind the scenes work so people kind of see what happens behind the scenes. So it's not such a mystery. It's not so scary.
That's an interesting point, because when you came to me, you wanted to know, what are we going to talk about? Talk about what you know.
It's scary. Plus, being the owner, you know, I have a lot of things that I have to do. So my hands are busy making the chocolate, promoting the chocolate, trying to take care of the bookkeeping, the payroll, dealing with employees' issues and supply and demand, things that I have to order, you know, boxes and packaging, and, you know, so I do it all. So it's difficult sometimes when you're a small business to actually take the time to do something like this, to promote the business.
Is that the most difficult side of business?
Promoting it?
What is the most difficult side of running your business?
Probably growing it, like promoting it. I do try to do as much of my social media as possible. I do Facebook, I do Instagram, and I do try to put out ads all the time. But doing it just myself is time consuming, so it takes me away from, you know, making the chocolates and doing the recipes and coming up with better ideas and getting people interested and excited about the food itself, the chocolate itself. So I think the hardest part really is the promoting of the business. Like my son tells me all the time, you need to find somebody else to make the chocolate so you can grow the business.
Or vice versa. So with that,
Or vice versa.
right, marketing budget. Right, business is having a hard time. Business taxes are all due tomorrow.
Right.
And everyone got a hard look at what 21 really looked like.
Absolutely.
And if everyone got money, now you have to claim that money, right? You have to say what it was, what you lost, what your profits were.
Yeah.
But business needs to keep going. So what, Elizabeth, how much money should people invest in marketing?
Really, it comes down to what people feel like they can afford. And that's where companies like I come into, or even my competition is, for instance, I offer different options. I offer tiered options, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. There's discounts depending on which months you go with. Because again, a lot of companies, unless you are a little bigger, you really don't have a marketing budget. You really don't kind of consider that because you're making do with what you're making, with how you're already getting business. But if you want to go to the next level, you're gonna have to do some type of marketing budget. Now, if your marketing budget is small, the best idea would be to focus on what exactly you want. Now, ideally, it's, of course, everybody wants new customers. More customers, I want to make money. That's great, but how do you want to do that? Do you want to focus on just the digital side and building an online presence? Do you want to focus on more offline side? Do you want to focus on getting more butts in the store or whatever? Do you want to focus on getting more engagement on your social media? Do you want to do B2C, business to consumer, or do you want to start to open up and maybe do B2B? Kind of like with the chocolate company, you can do business to consumer and B2B. And honestly, if you get 1 or 2 B2B clients, that pays for your marketing person and then some. So you will have to really take a step back and decide, okay, what can I do? And what will help me make business? And when you're evaluating if you want to hire a marketing person or a marketing company, it's a good idea to have a focus on what you want them to do. And then that way you're getting more bang for your buck, what you're, doing. And there's metrics too that you can check off that it's, okay, this marketing person is doing what I want. And again, ideally, if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing and the campaign works, you should get 1 or 2 new clients, which should help you up your budget a little bit more. So then you can add a little bit more to it and so forth, and you keep that up until you can actually have a marketing budget like Walmart has, or like one of those bigger companies. But for a smaller company, that's really the best way to do it. But kind of like, she said that when you're the owner and you're doing it all yourself, it is a lot of work. So you're gonna have to take a step back, and you're gonna have to be able to find some money somewhere. But if you speak to whatever marketing company you're looking at, or whatever marketing person you're asking, and this is my budget, this is the results I want, ideally they should be able to come up with a good enough campaign where within 3 months, 6 months, a year, you should be able to start to see some results, so that way you can up your budget.
It's funny, David Letterman in New York, he had the guys downstairs, the two brothers, remember them? Mm-hmm. They could not come, they came on the first time, but they could not leave the store.
That's the restaurant, right?
So he started to go to the store.
So he went to the store.
I remember.
And it's so funny because it became a niche.
Yeah.
If you come to Florida, you come as normally as a guest, and you're like a tourist, right? And you got to have a tourist spot. So we got to make your chocolate store a tourist spot.
Yeah.
That's the way I would attack this thing, from the inside out, and put you on the screen, because you can't leave the store, and you're having fun with people in the store, and all of a sudden, that whole view of going to have chocolate changes. It's the same thing I tell you about the movies at Del Rey. I go there every Saturday. I know everybody that comes in now. They know me and my hat. But I love going to the movies, the smell of popcorn, and seeing the movie. I've seen every movie out there. There's no movies left for me to see. So that's the niche that I'm looking for.
She could build an experience. A lot of maybe have your mom, or while your mom's doing something, take videos. People love behind the scene videos, and then you could also edit them down so you can make them stories as well, because stories are very highly viewed and people love stories too. So that helps your social media right there, and you're already working. So you're just taking a quick video of what you're doing, or take a quick video of the machine running. People love, for some reason, watching chocolate in a machine get run, or watching chocolate get dipped and coming out and dripping off, and that's perfect. And then you could even turn that into different social media as well. So, that right there would be a whole bunch of different content that you could already do that's highly viewed. And Instagram has this thing with Reels. So you could even turn those into Reels as well.
She makes it sound great, and I'm watching you, and your stomach is doing it, mine's doing, going, oh my God, I can't do all this.
When can I do it? I know.
Right, and when can I do it effectively?
I'm gonna go and do it with you. I'm gonna wear an apron. You're gonna make the chocolate. I'm gonna hold the camera.
And
I gotta
that
tell
could
you,
even be a nice little series
like I Love
too,
Lucy.
of
One
Frank,
for me, one for you.
Frank goes to visit the different people that we interviewed, and he works for the day with them.
That's
And
right.
then
We could
that
do
would
a
be great
contest,
social media
worker
for
of the
you,
day.
too.
My workspace is very tiny though, so
I don't take
be
a lot of room.
prepared. We gotta.
Yeah, that would be a perfect cross promotion too. You could tag him in
Right.
it, which means all of his followers would see it, and then your followers would see that, and then it's literally kind of as easy as that. And I know it doesn't sound easy
Until
but
it happens.
really,
I know.
once you get into it and do it, it only doesn't sound easy because you're not doing it. Once you do it and you take that first video or whatever, you'll start to think, oh, there's so much other stuff I could take videos
And
of.
it ain't about the size of the space. It's just
No,
about
I
people
know.
wanting
Exactly.
to take a picture with you, because you're the chocolate queen.
And you could even
Yeah.
do just the machinery itself. People like to watch the machinery run.
There are
Hey, my
people-
grandson
yeah.
FaceTimes me all the time so he can watch the chocolate turning.
Exactly.
People
People
get
love to
pictures
see
of their
that.
blender when they're making smoothies in the morning.
Tell her-
And
Kitchen.
hashtag it smoothie life. So you could come up. That would be another thing, is come up with a couple of hashtags that are already kind of viewed.
Yeah.
So chocolate lovers, chocolate life, and then you come up with a couple of your own hashtags.
Right.
So obviously your company itself would be a hashtag. Real girls love chocolate. Hashtag.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That type of thing, and then you make sure that that's on every single piece of social media that you ever post.
Tell her about Katie cutting her cake.
Oh my God.
How many people?
It was Katie's birthday last month. 23,000
Really?
of her literally cutting
I
her
love it.
birthday cake.
Yeah,
That's so
people
cool.
Really, you'd be shocked at the amount of stuff that people will actually watch, and that just ramps up your views. It helps you in Google algorithm, so it'll help you come up. So when people type chocolate, or they type gift, or they type whatever, the goal is for you to be one of the companies that come up. And then I'm pretty sure you already have, but your Google My Business page, you know, making sure that's cleaned and you have that up
I
and running.
do have it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to look
all
at
you
it
gotta
much.
do is you're gonna put it in self-drive mode. You just have to. First of all, I'm gonna invite everybody to go to the candy store and take a picture and post it.
Hey, Katie, anyone
that
who's
would
in
be
Studio
awesome.
A, send them out for chocolate.
Everybody
Everyone
gotta go
who's
there.
not on video or sound. No, you need to tell them.
Yeah, she doesn't want to tell them. She's hooked on the chocolate.
Everyone come out for the chocolate.
You
I want to
spilled
do
it on
it.
your
We
dress.
got to do a post of everyone. This is so not COVID friendly, but reaching into the chocolate, just like you did. You're
No,
cutting the
holding a
cake.
piece of chocolate
Got to do
and take
it.
a picture and post it.
Yes. And we
And
have
then
to
do
tag them all.
hashtag Real Girls Love Chocolate, and then hashtag your company name. And then that way you'll see. And then ideally what you could do is get a hat with your company name on it, and whoever has the best picture could get a hat.
I kind of like
That's
that.
Or a
cute
tote
idea.
That
bag.
is
Katie
cute.
had grown our social media, and then she started getting busy doing other things. To
50,000.
no, we were at 180,000. We got up to.
No, we
Wow,
were. That was
impressive.
Facebook.
She got it up, and then she started doing other things, and you
Instagram
see
went to
it.
50,
It just.
It's amazing how quickly it can fall
can,
off
yep.
when you aren't
Well,
doing it all
you
the
can't
time.
take a day off in meeting. We just had this conversation. You can't take a day off
Yeah.
if you want to stay above the
You
rim.
know, I love doing the chocolate, and I think that our chocolate is the perfect gift or thank you or whatever for everybody. You know, I think it's the ideal gift to anyone and everyone. And I really enjoy doing it. I enjoy making it. I love being at the shop. I love talking to the customers. But it, like with the social media and stuff, I do try to keep up with it, but it's really difficult.
Just got to drive traffic and
Laura, you got to write in. It says connect with the schools and give birthday tours for the kids.
Or for the teacher appreciation basket.
Get the Parents
That's
Association involved and watch it
Oh, I know
grow.
who I'm going to introduce her to.
You know who that is?
No,
Charlotte.
but I want to introduce her to Ted.
Oh, forget about it. You meet Ted. There's so many people that will take this to another
Yep,
level.
I actually have to confirm a day to bring him in. So yes, I'm sort of
It's
working
good
with him on
stuff.
that.
Yep.
But the schools
Good
are a
stuff.
great idea, Charlotte. Teacher appreciation, even if you get a little 2-pack box.
Yep.
And it goes out, something that doesn't cost you a lot of marketing, but it's branded you, and all they have to do is find it.
And you just make sure that
We
you
did-
attach your business card to it, and then you're good to go.
During COVID, when COVID was at its worst, we did a lot of appreciation for all the
responders.
first responders. Yeah, we went around to all the firehouses and hospitals and went to the emergency rooms and handed out. And I did it in coordination with some restaurants and caterers who would provide meals, and we would provide the chocolate. So it was really a lot of fun. We
Let's
loved
give out
doing
your
that.
phone number real quick before we have to wrap up.
561-649-4412. Give us a call and we'll make your day sweet.
Shearer's Chocolate, SCHEURERS Chocolate. And Elizabeth, how do people reach you for this marketing information?
Well, if you want
It's
any
amazing.
information, and we do
Can't
do
breathe.
free initial consultations, so feel free to give me a call. Let me know what you've got going on, and we'll have a nice little chat. You can call me at 786-562-7601.
More to come.
Make a move. Fourth quarter. Make a move. I don't want to hear excuses. We're having a bad time. We're having a poor time.
See how your Facebook booms. Thank you, Charlotte.
Charlotte is the best. And the people are, Charlotte, bring all your friends over to the candy store. That's what I'm going to call it, the candy store, because Shirley, I grew up on that.
Let's do it. Another one. Laura, connect with the schools and give birthday tours for kids and get the Parents Association involved, which is great. All right, you ready to wrap this up?
Yes. Say
New
goodbye
York,
to
New
Neil.
Jersey, WGHT, thank you so much for having us. As always, we're going to wrap this up. And on the other side of this commercial and music break, stay tuned for more fun with the Brooklyn Cafe. How do you say it, Katie? Hump Day. We'll see you in a little bit. Hump
Thanks,
Day.
guys.
All right, we'll see you next week.
When it comes to investigative services, you can't settle for inattentive or irresponsible services. PI Network of Florida is a firm that you can rely on for actionable insight for personal or professional matters. From surveillance and insurance claims to background checks and identity theft, the investigative services are extensive. With over 30 years experience and 2 decades of serving the community, PI Network of Florida is trustworthy and reliable. Call today at 786-768-4394. Trust your gut. Trust PI Network of Florida.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshevsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day. Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
Hey travelers, everybody wants cheap airfares, but where can you find them? You call Smart Fares. Our prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low they're not published anywhere. Smart Fares specializes in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rentals, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, Smart Fares can help you get there cheaply and with the best price guarantee. If you want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call us right now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these low rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the lowest rates available, so don't wait. Call Smart Fares right now for the best price guaranteed. Save up to 50% off business and first class. We've got great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 855-828-0198. That's 855-828-0198. 855-828-0198.
If your family is suffering from inflation and high costs caused by Lois Frankel's reckless policies, Republican Dan Franzese is clearly your best choice for Congress. Dan is a successful businessman who understands finance and economics. He's not a politician. Dan grew up blue collar and knows how tough inflation is on working families. Dan Franzese will go to Washington and fight the liberals who are killing us with inflation. Dan Franzese for Congress.
I'm Dan Franzese and I approve this message.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Won't you take me by the hand? Won't you let me know what's up in your head? And I know, oh, it might not be the right time for you and me. And that's okay, as long as you're happy. Yeah, that's okay, as long as you're happy. Won't you let me know what's real? Won't you tell me just for once how you feel? And I know, oh, it might not be the right time for you and me. And that's okay, as long as you're happy. Yeah, that's okay, as long as you're happy. Won't you take me by the hand? Won't you let me know what's up in your head? And I know, oh, it might not be the right time for you and me. And that's okay, as long as you're happy. Yeah, that's okay, if you wanna be without me.
Melody, I hear that haunting melody. It's in my every reverie. It says we'll never part. Can't you see that we can spend eternity? No one else, it seems, could make me care. What is left is just a memory that's so empty and so unfair. Melody, I'll write another melody, and this time from the start. Say
just stepped into the ring again, toe to toe. Tell me when will this fighting end? Pain, it hurts. It just cuts me like a knife inside. Will you wrong? Or will you just leaving high? You always said that I've let you down so many times, but now you see that all I ever did was try to get your attention for just one little loving word, but now I'm gone and our bridge is about to burn. I don't have to like you, but I love you. You're my flesh and blood. I don't have to like you, but I care of what you're thinking of. I don't have to like you, but I'd miss you if you went away. Oh, please tell me you love me before I fade away. I don't have to like you, but I love you. You're my flesh and blood. I don't have to like you, but I care of what you're thinking of. I don't have to like you, but I'd miss you if you went away. Oh, please tell me you love me before I fade away. Here we go. We just stepped into the ring again, toe to toe. Tell me when will this fighting end? Pain, it hurts. It just cuts me like a knife inside. Will you run? Or will you just leave it high?
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome back to another beautiful afternoon on this Brooklyn afternoon. Really? We would like to thank our guest, Laura of Shura's Chocolate, and what was the other one? Elizabeth Jamie, I think it was, of PR Counseling or something like that. We got the cards up somewhere.
Elizabeth Jamie.
Oh, Elizabeth Jamie, thank you for coming in. Thank you. So what do we have for the rest of the show?
So Monday apparently was employer-employee swap day. So we're kind of making up for it today, even though it's Wednesday. So we're here as Freddie and Dawn.
R.I.P. I don't know what else to do. This is all I got.
We've got some Oh yeah, we had some chocolate. I ate a lot.
2.
Let's be honest. I had like at least 3 or 4.
Oh, I had peanut butter ones. Those things were good. What?
The chocolate was really good.
Yeah, so shout out to
Top-notch.
Schur's Chocolate. Just watch the beginning of the show, or I guess we'll advertise them somehow on our social media. Check out Facebook, Brooklyn Cafe. We'll post it up on there.
Yep. We
And-
already have it on their Instagram.
Yes.
So
Where's one? And Frank, you have a mic, Wayne? Wayne has it.
and now we're going to switch to
We're gonna eat
Dawn
it. Oh,
and
we're
Wayne sitting over there.
And for those of you
No, we
that
don't know
don't know Wayne, our longtime friend Wayne Henry, formerly of Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida, is, yes, back in his seat. And there he is, back in his seat again, trying some chocolate.
Seems like I never left.
Right? And there's still
Yeah.
food. Things don't change as our
know.
crew sort of zhuzhes around. New crew, new staff, but always some good food. You can't see Wayne. They
Yeah,
haven't put
where's
the
Wayne
camera
at?
over.
Go to camera 2. And there we go.
And there it is. It's been a long time. And here's the, I was just thinking about Dignity Memorial because the last time when you and I went touring some places, it's where your son has been laid to rest. And as soon as that came in my mind, he walks in the door. I really had to sit down on that moment because it's been a long time since we've seen you.
It has, yeah. It's good to pop in and see you guys.
How's it been going?
It's been some challenges, yeah. yeah. But we're good.
Interesting. You said you've got some family over in London that they've been sending some pictures.
Yeah, my wife is British and her brother's in London. So he was he showed some pictures of all the line of people waiting to see the Queen and Big Ben. So he's in amidst all of that and getting photos and things.
You lived there for a while?
10 years.
You have a house there, don't you?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
So what's that like for your wife? I mean, what we were talking earlier today, the Queen, such a figure of grace and elegance, and being the monarch and a mother and a grandmother and everything that she's done.
Yeah.
This 70 years on the throne.
Yeah, my mother-in-law, she remembers as a young child the coronation of Queen Elizabeth. So there aren't that many people left that don't remember, the Queen as being their monarch. So it's a big, huge deal in the UK.
What a legacy.
Certainly, yeah.
You think about when she was coronated, coming out of World War II and famines and food rations and what was happening to where we are now and post-COVID. And you talk about a lifetime.
Yeah, I can't imagine 70 years of service. It's just...
And people don't know any other. You would have to
No.
be quite up there in age to remember any other ruler.
Yeah, and it's going to take a while to get used to King Charles.
I was telling Freddie they put in Clarence House. I guess they're going to be closing it. So they've given everyone, 100 people, their potential pink slips.
Oh.
Because they're going to be closing Clarence House. Other than those that are the closest to the king and the queen, they're immediate advisors. But I guess the cooks, the lawn people, all these other employees, I can't let the house be abandoned. So it's
Sure.
interesting, things that are
Yeah,
changing.
definitely a time of change, certainly.
See, guys, we just roll with it.
Well, I actually had a question too, because I guess for the younger generation, because when I think of the Queen, all I've seen the Queen is as this, just being carried around. Like back in her, I guess, prime or back in her day, what was she known for?
I'm not that old. I don't know.
No,
but she was quite, if you look at the old reel and photograph, she was quite glamorous, very glamorous. Her and Prince Philip were, just
Royal.
gorgeous.
Like a couple
Yeah,
to
just
look at.
gorgeous. And it's
okay.
different times, yeah.
Oh.
Amazing times. What a legacy, because everyone says, I want to be the princess and the queen. And then you look at Princess Anne, right? And they say in however many, since the queen's mother passed, and she's the first daughter apparently to stand guarding the coffin, which is as protecting, all symbolic of protecting their mother and the queen as people approach it and get to watch. You see, Freddie, the history of what still comes forward when you look at rules and bylaws and everything that has been written down. Yes, you raising your hand? You need a mic? We got to get her one. See why things don't change, don't you miss us?
Experiencing some technical difficulties.
What's it like on the other side, you guys, as far as the employer?
It feels good up here if I was talking about, football or movies, but I'm not good with this other stuff.
With the queen, the other things?
I don't know anything about Izzy or the queen.
Just a
Just
remarkable
about the
legacy,
color.
right? And her children, her grandchildren, her great-grand. What was your question, Karen?
For me, I didn't watch the recession of the funeral. For me, it's really hard to look at a grief because the good grief process is really hard. The first year you're into the shock, second year you're falling into the depression, the isolation, the guilt. And then when you come to acceptance, you accept the fact that they're gone, but their memory lingers on forever. And I feel for the queen because she was an extraordinary woman and left a remarkable mark in time for everybody to see.
What a legacy, right?
Yes.
Incredible. But it's nice to have you back, Wayne.
Thank
It's been
you.
a long
Nice to be
time.
here, yeah.
There's not much chocolate left, but we're
Well,
happy
Wayne-
to share.
He hates chocolate.
Wayne came on a perfect day.
Wayne hates chocolate.
No. You kidding me?
He's a chocolate lover.
Okay, good.
He brought us some chocolates back. Was it from London or was it
Scott-
from Tokyo?
From London.
From London.
Yeah.
We kept those under lock and key. I think it was like last Christmas you brought them back or something. They were unbelievable.
Who ate them? Who
Me?
opened the lock and key? Because I never got one.
I told you.
If I was
Real
here-
women eat chocolate.
If I was here at that time, I would have broke the lock open and snatched it.
Well, now we know. Now we
so,
know.
So instead of sneaking into your the parents' cabinet of liquor and everything, you'll sneak in the chocolate instead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Now
God.
we know not to give you any
I didn't have
awareness
like a
of
candy
chocolate.
stash when they were younger. No?
No, keep
Probably
both
when
of
I
them,
was
Freddie. One for you, one for
10.
Karen.
My cousin had one.
Yeah, how long ago?
Okay.
I got in trouble for it. We're talking about candy stashes, and I was saying my cousin used to have a candy stash. He got in trouble for it a lot, but he hid it in his room, and then his mom would come upstairs and be like, "Why do you have all this candy?" But I'm like, I think him and I are on the same level.
Amazing.
You know, it's funny. Chocolate always makes you a kid. You ever notice that? It brings up stories about when you were younger, like Shirley's. It brings up different things in your life because usually candy or chocolates have a positive reinforcement of your mind, something
there's
that
sugar
happened
in it.
positive.
And
Well,
I think
that's
there
after
is
you eat it.
studies done with it that dark chocolate does raise your, with the flavonoids and everything, it raises your serotonin and your happy hormone. I was talking to her, we can get a mold and she can brand these with our logo on it and we can give them out as Christmas gifts with a bag of coffee.
Our logo or our face. Like
Whatever
that.
you want.
That's kind of cool.
So we were talking, we're going to go up, shoot a commercial for her, and she is now a new sponsor of the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
You're kidding me? We got a candy store?
Yeah.
Nice.
Chocolate. And I
See?
know I'm going to have to
You
twist your
see?
guys'
You
arm
got
to get up
everybody's
there and
luck.
get some B-roll, but
I'll
next
make
week...
sure to get some real good ones.
Next week, we're going to have to really find hard to squeeze that in our schedule.
Don't send Josh and Texas to the candy store.
We're all going. It's
No,
got
don't
to be a
send
field
Josh in
trip.
Texas because
We'll never see them again?
chocolate. Yeah, I'll never see them again.
Multi-day project. So we're going to create a commercial for her and get some extra B-roll so that she can use it for marketing instead of having to get away from making chocolate and market at the same time.
She open on the weekend?
Sure.
Oh, I got to go up there.
Kind of exciting, right? So we talked about doing some branding. I'm going to get her in front of Ted with Roots and Wings
Yeah,
It's
that'd
for
be
the
great.
kids and teacher appreciation.
Even Mr. Boston here, he would. I'm sitting on my mic.
I was going to say, what's in your pocket?
I'm
But we
trying
won't
to
go
get
there.
it out of there because it hurts.
Ew.
Even Mr. Boston here kind of loves chocolate.
Yeah.
So is your wife up in Boston or she's still here in Florida?
We're here.
I don't think they moved.
You never left or you left?
No.
He's here.
This man confuses me more than anything else.
Did you get to go away this summer? Do anything fun?
Let me see. No.
That would be a no.
No.
That would be a no.
No, he's been working.
Mm.
But it's nice to see you. It's been a long time. A lot of changes. It's funny. They say the more things change, the more they stay the same. A lot of changes, but we're still here getting
You
through
know,
the
I
changes.
don't understand something. You've been in Florida all this time and you never came to visit. I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
I had some trips, but you know.
Oh, you
yeah,
did leave.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Oh, because
But
you just
I
made it
haven't
sound
moved.
you're
I
going
haven't
nowhere.
moved anywhere.
Have you
a
been
few
to
little
Japan
trips.
and all that?
No.
No. Europe?
Not since December.
You went to Tampa?
Went to Miami.
Miami. Wow.
Changing some things around. And Karen, it's good to see you also. Hopefully we're putting a smile on your face and we can get you on the piano.
Yes, I'm trying my best to just stay strong. You've heard my story before. I say no to abuse and all the evil in the world. But unfortunately, we can't stop everybody's heart from changing into a bad heart into a good one. And unfortunately, we do have to deal with violence every day.
But we had a story. We had a woman in on, when was Darlene here? Monday night? I've lost track of days
Yeah,
after
she
we
was-
switched roles for
She was here Monday night for Tell Us Your Biz.
Monday night. And her whole platform, she recovered, thankfully, of stage 4 ovarian cancer.
Oh, wow.
But apparently her story is she was abused for many, many years and stayed until her children were old enough for her to leave. And unfortunately, one of her son passed away 2 years ago in the middle of her overcoming cancer. And she only hopes that she can make a difference in people's lives to say, you know what, you can be okay.
I have
not
a question. Why does it take someone you love so much to notice to be gone, to notice that they made a remarkable impact on the world?
Well, Freddie's going to say, look at Christ.
Well, you know, the object of the game is that everybody loves people, and it's when you lose them is when you love them even more because they're not there. The Queen, the same thing. She was a big advocate for a lot of things. You know, she had all sorts of different things going on. But it's you learning the lesson, taking what you learned, and moving on to that next thing. Her numbers on Monday night were phenomenal. The people wrote in, they want to meet her and everything else. She's supposed to come
She'll be back tomorrow. She left here crying and said, I'll be back. I want to create a show so I can spread a message of hope. She owns Domani Motor Cars. So a woman-owned exotic car. I know you love cars. Exotic car dealership in Deerfield Beach. What it is like to be a woman-owned business in a male-dominated world, and then to have ovarian cancer, and then to be abused and get divorced and lose a child, all within a scope of 2 years,
Yeah.
and still be here today. So her message is a message of hope and perseverance. There you go. Take a deep breath. We'll introduce you to her.
It's cool because the object of the game is you take all this pain and you transform it to help others that are going through it and can't handle it. And sometimes we all need, you know, it's like that song, Lean On Me. You know, everybody always needs a little extra push to get you over the finish line. And then once you get over the finish line, you want to hold on to that and help other people accomplish that as well. You know, it's funny, Wayne was a friend of the show for over 2 years, no?
Well, even longer than that, I think.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I learned a lot about people through Wayne and what he did for dignity and everything else. I learned a lot about human emotion and things that took place. I even had different conversations with my sons. And all of a sudden we came down to earth and we realized we're not here forever. Bad things do happen to good people. It does. And your son is an example. And you sort of have to mourn, and then you have to come back and say, okay, now it's time to take the lesson and learn from it. And sometimes it takes us a little bit longer to do that than other times, but you want to hang tough. You want to be in there. You want to be positive. It's like Mrs. Positively over there. Positively. And you want to do that because tomorrow is going to be another day. And if you turn negative on tomorrow, then what's left? There will be nothing left. So
I have a question for Don. As a woman and a mom, a wife, after seeing everything wrong done, how do you stop your mind from flashing back to the negativity?
Because I truly believe there has to be hope. Because you have to hold on to hope and faith, even when it's hard. And
Even
that's
when
you
it feels
lean
like you're
on-
dying?
Even when it feels like you got nothing left to do and you're sitting on the floor crying, you pray and you pray hard to whatever you believe in.
But
And
why
you know
are
there
you
will
a
be a
target
miracle.
when you're single and you're a beautiful woman? You're a target for them to do evil things to you.
You gotta, as Freddie always says, you have to love yourself first. And you gotta because you don't need somebody else right now to validate who you are. Only you right now
I
need to
own my
validate
own
you.
space, like where I'm living now, but it's not mine per se. It's my brother's home, my twin brother's home, and it's not always right. The negativity, negative force sometimes is in my face.
But I think everyone has negative. I mean, Wayne will tell you life isn't always greener on the other side. Freddie is, problems with the houses, and we all have problems right now. But you got to be bigger than that.
There are people that come to us that aren't the best people in the world. But the funny thing is that when you meet negative people and you smile, you just keep going. You're not going to knock the smile off of my face. I'm not going to share my core with anybody. I'm the letter N, right? I'm the letter N. I don't care what anybody thinks. It makes no difference to me. The bottom line is I know what I do, and I know who I do it for. It starts with me, and then if you want to be part of this thing, you do it as well today. The lady from the candy store, she was overwhelmed with a lot of great ideas, things that can help her. The marketer showed up today, which is kind of cool. And then you have the two guests, the OGs that we've had for years. I mean, Wayne was a fixture here through COVID.
Yes.
I mean, think about that, where everybody was worried about getting sick and everything else. We had the man sitting in that chair, and he helped carry us through COVID. You came in here, you played a few times.
But then you look at Hope, and I look at these two right here, and you can't help but smile, right? Because they came out because we were not on point. And our producer said, I got to get you guys back on point. And look at them, right? That's the next generation of Hope, and they're smiling. And then the other two in there took over, and someone else is on social media. You got to lean on your team and your tribe because none of us can do this alone.
So we are in an angelical army now?
Amen, yes.
Because I don't want to see the demons and monsters and goblins anymore.
You just hang out with us.
You just got to surround yourself with better people. That's all. It all comes down to surrounding yourself with that serves you, and that doesn't serve you. What's the old saying? You cut it loose.
Release that does not serve you.
Like I found a rainbow. Like I used to live in the darkness, act so cold and heartless, but now I see the magic in everything inside of me.
That's where you start.
How to catch my breath.
That's right. It's all called about breathing.
One
I
step
tell
at a
people
time.
more every day, breathe. If you can breathe, then you have a chance.
There is always hope. We had people in last night, and we're going to get ready to go to commercial break, and he was telling a story of, I got to introduce him to Paul.
Paul doesn't know Paul? You don't know Paul?
I don't think so. Paul Solomon of Luhu. We have to introduce them.
Yeah.
He was telling a story of how, with his dad suffering from dementia, and his dad wandered off, and how they found him beside a canal, not knowing anything. His mother had just fallen in the shower, so she went to bed. The dad wandered out. They found the dad. This was years ago. That was 2 months after the Parkland shooting, where their son was a student.
Correct.
So they're dealing with her son in that tragedy. The father wandering, not knowing anything, selling their house. And I said, how did you get through that? And they said it was one of the worst times of their life. But here they sit today, however many years later, and share the story. And now his business has changed. And now he helps people with long-term care and senior placement and housing and reverse mortgages and long-term care insurance, because he's learned from that no other family should have to get those phone calls and not know where to go from that. It's kind of like how you ended up where you were before, through your grandmother.
Yeah.
They take lemon, you make lemonade.
Yep. Circumstances lead us to different places. So we just have to take your circumstances and lead you to a positive place.
How do you survive after all the cheating and lies and everything was revealed, and all you feel is ashamed and confused in a lonely world?
You don't need to feel ashamed and confused. You live it one day at a time. You know you, and you know that those that bring stories about you.
Empty without.
Okay, well that's okay. Then we start one day at a time. How do you fill a bucket?
One drop at a time.
One drop at a time.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we got to check in and see what else everybody's doing on the other side of this break.
Yeah. Go.
Take a
We're
commercial
We'll be
break.
right back. Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Call 800-651-4808.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got covered with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Call 877-281-0289.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we're back. We had a little switch of employer-employee day, a few days late, but it's all good.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That was Monday, and whatever happened Monday, but it was kind of cool that we got to switch. Remember when Alana and Slick did that for April Fools?
Yes,
and
that
they
was
started
hilarious. Hilarious. They got dressed up in my shirt, my hat.
The show. It was pre-recorded, and we started the April Fool's Day show with
Alana
them.
threw us out of here. Remember? She says, go. We left.
Absolutely.
When we came back, they had all this stuff done.
You never know how things work out here, but it's always a safe place to land, as I say.
It's always a safe place to land.
But I love this, Schur's Chocolate. If you give us a call, 888-994-4995, $5 worth of delicious chocolate. I'm excited to work with them as a new sponsor.
Very fun.
Be a whole lot of fun.
I'm going up there this weekend. I'm going to the candy store.
You should.
I have to. It's calling me.
I don't know if you can really, maybe they have do a sugar-free line
I don't
for
have
you.
to eat it.
Just
I
want
just
to
have
smell
to
it.
smell it. I don't have to eat it.
It was nice to see Wayne Henry come in and say hello. I had called him a couple months ago, texted him, but it was nice to see him pop on in.
It is. It's good to see he's
He
doing
looks
well.
good.
Yeah, he's
Right?
having fun.
We all got to do what we got to do, right?
Got to do what you got to do.
And Karen, it's all going to get better.
You just hang in there.
One moment at a time. You can't even take a day at a time. And just when things feel great, the next minute you may see something. It's all about finding the messages of happiness and peace.
So women of power, if we're women of power, how do we go about through the day? You know, you have to get up, take a shower.
You be your authentic self and you shine your light. You don't let, I saw a post today, you don't let anyone dim your light. You be the candle and you keep shining. You continue to shine because you can't let the other side blow out your light.
So we're done seeing the darkness now. We're seeing the lighter side.
We always got to see the light. You got to look towards the light.
Always towards the light.
I always say, as Annie always said, my favorite of all time, the sun will come out tomorrow and every day is a new day. That's not plugged in, Katie.
It's not plugged in yet. We're working on it. You know, challenges are always, it's like Wayne said, challenges are always going to be present.
Yep.
No matter what's going on, no matter who you are, and no matter what you do.
What about the family matters?
It's always the same. Everything, you know, family is the fun and dysfunctional. Without family, there will be no dysfunctional. So if you expect anything less, you're going to be disappointed. It's not about that. Everything that we go through is about how you endure yourself through that. It's not about the that. It's about enduring. It's about, well, that was interesting.
But they have
You sent her to do that.
You're supposed to swap places with me, but not really be as clumsy as me.
So the bottom,
Leave that one with me.
The first thing you gotta learn is not to say why.
They have the whole story though,
The
and
first
don't
thing you
ask
have to
why.
learn is not to say why. It's just to keep on keeping on. What did the movie say? Don't think, just do.
Don't think, just do.
And the more you think about what others say to you, the less effective you're going to be. So don't worry about the why.
If we're living proof though of the marks and bruises
We're
and
not.
behaviors
We're
that
not.
we were taught.
We're not. Somebody can say anything they want about you and it's not true.
I mean, I laugh sometimes because their jokes seem funny, but at the same time, I'm like, ew, that's gross. That shouldn't have been that way.
Change your circle of friends. Change people who hurt you. Change people who are negative. I mean, they always have fun with me because every day I come in with another argument. I argue about how people act. I argue about how people behave. I argue about that we haven't learned a damn lesson with COVID. We almost kill ourselves, and we still do the stupid things that we do. We hurt the planet, we hurt each other. People just don't get it. But I've come to learn, I got to get me. I got to understand why I get upset because other people say things. And until you learn that lesson, you're always going to be in turmoil. Forget about that. I love what we have. I love the house. I love the kids. I consider all these kids my kids until they leave that door. You know, I'm lucky. I've had over 300 kids.
If forgiveness, though, is the secret to letting go, why is forgiveness so hard to forgive the world for everything?
You know, that's a tricky one. I'm not here to forgive. I'm here to live. I do what I do. I do it because I do it to my best ability, and I do it always sharing from the elbow in the right hand. And I give everybody the shirt off my back. There have been those that have taken it. There have been those that have stabbed me in the back. I could tell you stories from beginning to end, but that's not important anymore. The bottom line is that today is a great day. I look over there, I see greatness. I look over here, I see greatness. I got friends, I got a meal, I got a house over my head. I can turn off the lights and do business in the dark because I've done that.
Yes, yes, we do.
Just believe in you. When you get that message, we'll talk about the next level. And
Why
until
does it
that-
feel like Beauty and the Beast, though?
Because you're creating it. You're thinking about Beauty and the Beast. I don't think about the beast. I just think about the beauty of it. Because you know something? It ain't bad being alive in this room right now. It ain't bad being here. Just forget about everything else. Think about that for a second. Let that sink in.
Cinderella?
Well, maybe the best part of the day is that you showed up here today.
That's
among
right.
Friends
You
and
made
family.
the effort.
Right?
So
You're
that means
here
you
for
care. That's right. Good
maybe,
idea.
Maybe you hold on to that you knew what you needed. And you came here for a little bit of that.
You
Just
play your
to
piano
escape.
and you have a good time.
Play the piano, have a cup of coffee, have a piece of chocolate, and share your greatness with everyone.
That's all you got to do.
Okay.
That's all you got to do. That's what the cafe's been around 7 years.
What's that song, Just Breathe? Who sings that, Katie?
Just breathe.
Is it? No, there's another one. It says it's old school. Just breathe.
Just breathe. Always
Just
said that.
breathe. Faith Hill?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know that song?
Yeah.
Can you play it? See if you can play that one. That's going to be your
Watch
song.
your mic. Watch the mic. Watch your cup. Watch the mic. Watch the cup.
See if you can just breathe.
There's another one from that was There You'll Be. When she sings in her lyrics about losing someone you love, like it talks about there you'll be when I reach you up in heaven again, when I come back to your arms.
And Josh was playing Let It Be yesterday, and Baxton was singing it. Kind of cool. There's a lot of great songs. I always go back to Annie. The sun will come out tomorrow. Every day is a new day.
Music always heals.
Every day is an opportunity to shine your light, but you don't let the darkness dim your light.
I'm not an orphan girl, am I?
No, I'm just
Because
saying
I
she always
feel-
says the sun will come out
No,
tomorrow.
I just feel sometimes I feel like I'm abandoned in this world, and I'm looking for the family that's about to adopt me.
You've got your mom. You've got.
She's not really a supportive relationship towards me. It became
Listen,
toxic.
you got the house. You just hold on to today. I keep telling you, stop going backwards. You look at today. Look at what's around you. That's all you got to worry about. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. You know, it's funny. In our world, a challenge waits for you every moment of the day. You walk out this door, it's going to be there. Be prepared for it, because those that are prepared are the ones that can handle it. Forget about yesterday. You can't change yesterday. There's nothing in the world you could do to change yesterday, but you can change tomorrow.
You know, you and I came in today thinking today was going to be this, and then it went this way, and then it went this way, this way, and then it went whoop, a whole nother way. Who would have ever expected you and Wayne to walk in today? But what a treat that was. And for you guys to take over our seats for today, pretty cool. And
It
to have
is.
some chocolate, it's all good.
And when we came in here, we had challenges, and that ain't nothing compared to what others are going through.
Puts it in perspective, right?
It does. It does. And every day I learn another lesson about, You think you're having it bad. There are others that have it worse.
Right? We thought Comcast was going to be it for today.
And they just
Change
sent
of
another
perspective.
message. They didn't get the work done still. I don't know where they're working. I think we should buy stock in Comcast.
In the rain. It's the longest fiber optic switch, I think, ever. But when it gets done, it gets done.
That's right. We pay tribute to those that are legends, and we remember the past in a good light. And we're moving on to tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to get bigger and better.
And we got some chocolate now. Everything is better with chocolate.
Everything.
Just saying. Yes? Yes.
She's hovering
over it.
over the chocolate.
I think they're going to make great teacher gifts, great holiday gifts, the little with the mold. Imagine us on a mold of chocolate with a bag of coffee. That's kind
It
of cool.
would be really cool. I just want to go to the candy store.
We're going to go next week.
I have stories at the candy store.
We got
We have to-
set
she'll
that
be
up.
here
She'll
tomorrow.
be here tomorrow. We're going to set that up
We're
with
going
her.
to set it up. And listen, I didn't even think I was going to see this woman again, and she's coming back tomorrow. Let's see if she shows up.
Yep, I'll reach out to her. All right, everyone. Have a great day. It is raining outside, so drive carefully. Always be the light. Shine your candle. Don't ever let that darkness dim it. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.